Hello and welcome to another edition of Motor Cars Enthusiasts. Right off the bat on the old show today, the brand new Audi TT. We got official pricing that came out the day of the taping of this program for the new TT here in the U.S. market. It'll start off at $42,900 US, but if you opt up for the TTS version, that'll come in at $51,900 US. No word on when exactly these vehicles will be hitting the showroom floor, but we'll keep you in tune if we hear any more. Next up on the list, Jaguar's in an interesting little situation. Apparently, a lot of folks in the showroom experience are having a tad bit of a trouble trying to keep track of the nameplates. Now, you look at a lot of different nameplates as far as the F-Type here. We're talking about the letter designation behind it, because you got the F-Type, the F-Type S, and the F-Type R, where there's also the RS and the RS GT. Well, the RS and the RS GT apparently is where a lot of the problems are lying, so Jaguar is going to ditch them altogether in favor of their performance arm, which is SVR. Now, SVR now will be badged on these vehicles heading forward instead of the RS and the RS GT. That may have been more confusing, me trying to explain that, but there it is. Next up on the list, folks over at Cadillac were doing the big launch party down in Texas for the brand new ATS, and the folks over at Car and Driver got a little sneak peek from one of the engineers who claim that they are actually working on not only the ATS but the CTS-V. They're talking about working on a more track-focused version of these machines. Wider fenders, different suspension. That sounds familiar. Mercedes Black Series, maybe? On a little side note, I am really in love with the Black Series vehicles from Mercedes-Benz. If Cadillac is going to do this, I cannot wait to see these machines. So we'll keep you definitely in tune if we hear any more about this. Next up on the list, interesting little photo hit the old interwebs here over the past several days. This is a picture from Jeremy Clarkson's Twitter feed saying that he took this today. Now, you look really close, it's a brand new Corvette Z06, but if you look at the windshield, it's all set up with camera work. You got a camera crew back behind. Yeah, apparently Mr. Clarkson's been doing some filming. Not for sure if this is for his brand new program or if he's doing a special somewhere in and around. He could be working on the Clarkson Hammond May Live deal. Maybe they got some video screens as far as this particular machine. Looks like they quite possibly could be on an airfield, maybe a racetrack somewhere. So maybe this deal's already in motion, and obviously Mr. Clarkson's having a very good time watching all the media outlets go gaga over these pictures. So we'll keep you in tune if we hear any more about this deal. Another little vehicle, it's a blast for the past, the old Fisker Karma. Yes, the Chinese group that owns this particular group now has launched a brand new website, and it's called thenewfisker.com. And if you go over there, and if you have a Karma and needing of a little bit of parts, or maybe even some service work done to it, that's what this website's all about. It'll hook you up with part structures. It'll also hook you up with where to get the vehicle worked on. And a special little note, apparently there's going to be a whole ton of free parts given away and free service and labor given away. So check out over it's called thenewfisker.com if you have a Karma in need of a little help. Next up on the list, the Lamborghini Urus, the little SUV that the folks over at Lamborghini have been working on for several months. It's kind of been on again, off again. Apparently it's on again and on again in a big way because it's got a little grant and a little tax break from the Italian government. Apparently the Italian government has given up 1 million euros to the Lamborghini or VW group to build a brand new plant in Italy to build this brand new machine. So apparently we may be seeing a production version heading to an auto show very soon, and production starting up possibly somewhere between 2017, maybe late 2016. We'll have to wait and see. Another SUV that we talked about in the past is the Aston Martin DBX. Now this was a little concept machine they showed off over at Geneva. Guess what? Apparently this is officially going into production. Now, not really for 100% sure what it's going to be like, if it's going to be a lot like this car, or if it's going to be radically different. We'll have to wait and see. But apparently Aston Martin is working on an SUV, if you really want to call this a sport utility vehicle, even though it's kind of a coupe. So we'll have to wait and see on this, but apparently it's going into production, so we'll have a whole lot more news coming very soon. And that's all there was that I thought was worth talking about for this edition of Motor Cars Enthusiasts. If you want to jump on over to the Facebook page, the link's down in the show notes. We update that every day with a lot of the news that doesn't actually make the show. You can get a lot of your world's car news from a lot of the different variants from all over the planet, especially a lot of outlets that put out a lot of great material. Update that every day, twice a day. Also, if you'd like to subscribe to the channel, you can do so at any time. Get the first dibs on the brand new shows as soon as they come out. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again real soon.